False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. As to marriage or celibacy, let a man take which course he will be sure to repent. If a man is proud of his wealth, he should not be praised until it is known how he employs it. From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate. Let him that would move the world first move himself. Beauty is a short-lived tyranny. An honest man is always a child. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when thou art in, continue firm and constant. The unexamined life is not worth living. Once made equal to man, woman becomes his superior. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Worthless people live only to eat and drink. People of worth eat and drink only to live. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. If we are to use women for the same things as the men, we must also teach them the same things. Those who are hardest to love need it the most. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. There is no greater evil one can suffer than to hate reasonable discourse. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Contentment is natural wealth, luxury, artificial poverty. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Why was my own dress good enough to live in, but not good enough to die in? I myself know nothing, except just a little, enough to extract an argument from another man who is wise, and to receive it fairly. I only wish that wisdom were the kind of thing that flowed from the vessel that was full to the one that was empty. Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for one is transitory, the other perpetual. Mankind is made of two kinds of people: wise people who know they are fools, and fools who think they are wise. Understanding a question is half the answer. I would rather die having spoken after my manner than speak in your manner and live. Smart people learn from everything and everyone. Average people from their experiences. Stupid people already have all the answers. In childhood, be modest. In youth, temperate. In adulthood, just. And in old age, prudent. It is better to suffer wrong than to do wrong. No man is capable of causing great evil without thinking he's doing the right thing. Think not faithful who praise all thy words and actions, but those who kindly reprove thy faults. We can forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. Real tragedy is when men are afraid of the light. Envy is an ulcer of the soul. People demand freedom of speech to make up for the freedom of thought, which they avoid. It is better to change an opinion than to persist in the wrong one. We gain our first measure of intelligence when we first admit our own ignorance. It is better to be at odds with the whole world than to be at odds with myself. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. To find yourself, you must first think for yourself. Sometimes you have to let go to see if there was anything worth holding on to. A friend must be like money, that before you need it, the value is already known. Trust not a woman who weeps, for it is in her nature to weep when she wants her will. You never know if a line is crooked unless you have a straight one to put next to it. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. To avoid excess is everything. Suppose an ass kicked me. Would you have had me bring an action against him? He who drinks with the greatest appetite is the least inclined to look for a draught which is not at hand. Sometimes you put walls up, not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. If all misfortunes were laid in one common heap, whence everyone must take an equal portion, most people would be contented to take their own and depart. He is a man of courage who does not run away, but remains at his post and fights against the enemy. I was really too honest a man to be a politician and live. No evil can happen to a good man, either in life or after death. He and his are not neglected by the gods. Employ your time in improving by other men's writings, so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings.